Welcome back to Pepper's Built. On today's episode, back in this big sexy beast. I thought I'd better show you, considering this episode is not very insightful, because I'm not showing you very much, because it's just same thing over and over again. Cut out the bottom here properly and got this panel ready to go in. I'll tell you more about that in a second. In the back here, we get some light. Got that panel patched in. I laid it on top of each other. I looked at welding it in the other way, and it would just turn out to be a bit of a pain in the ass, because it was all the way around the edge. I only had about 10mm gap, and so yeah, I could spend there for hours trying to do it the other way and just butt weld it all together, but it would have taken ages, and then it would have warped more of this area all the way around it, so I didn't bother. And then over in this corner, I butt welded a piece in there that had been rusted out, and yeah, we're looking pretty good. So the plan is to keep going. I got rust repair up here, which I've taken this piece off. It's just like a little trim piece that sits on here that holds this edge over here. It's put on there because sliding door for left-hand drive, same body, a little bit different, and so it just holds the outer edge on, which I have pulled off so I can repair all this rust in here. So I'm gonna cut it through here and cut it through here, take all these spot welds out, and then I'll remake that piece and weld it in. But today we're gonna get into this. So what I have done is gone down the bottom and repaired some of the rust repairs that were in behind that panel there. I've just held it on a little bit by some vice grips and some body panel clampy things, whatever you want to call them. But as you can see, after the sandblasting, it's come back with big gouges that were bogged over in the past. So what I have, a big old dent remover. So it comes with slide hammer and bits and pieces, and then also to do big long panels like that, it comes with these bits. So you get these and you can weld them onto the panel, if we can get some focusing. Weld them on, and then using this fella, you go in between the two and you can slowly pull them out. So my plan is at the moment, now, this very second, is to grind where the gouges are along here, and then I can zap some bits on, and then I can pull them out and see how it goes. I can get to a little bit on the backside, so we'll tap it and everything else. I just want to do it before I weld this panel in, because the body comes down and then it's bulging out here before it goes on here, and it's not really giving me a nice line. So these I can panel better a little bit and get nice and flat. It might be a bit better when I weld it all up. So let's give it a go. camera and doing rust repairs and bits and pieces. So down here you can see I've put all this in and limished it all back and got it pretty close to where I need it. I've got a bit of low spots in here, but more about that in a minute. Got rust repair up the front step, which is just down there, which I've replaced as well. A bit on the front windscreen. I'll walk around in a second, but I just wanted to walk through what I'm planning on doing is to get it pretty straight. So I'm not going to spend hours, I'll probably still spend hours, but I'm not going to spend days upon getting it really nice and straight with no bog in it and stuff like that. Like it's going to be used. I'm not going to sit there for days, weeks even, making sure it's all nice metal and have no filler in it. So it's going to have a little bit of filler. Nothing ridiculous. So yeah, it's going to have a little bit in it. It's going to have some probably everywhere. And the point is, I don't want to spend days upon days getting it super flat. I want to get it close. I'm not going to have 5 mil, 10 mil thick of bog. I'm going to have a light skim over it. So I get it pretty close. And a lot of the panels aren't too bad. Like this panel is pretty bad. I had a big gouge down this side and big gouge here. And then on the back of it here, we've got a bit of a gouge. So this side is a bit low at the moment, so I'm going to pull this side out. This bit, I've been whacking away. Had my dad, who's a panel beater, come over and help me just shrink out this panel because it was a bit oil canny. And so now I've got to work on this bit and bring it out, and then we should be pretty good. So been doing a bit on the roof, just been patching up little bits of pieces everywhere. So let's show you around. So done all this piece here, welded on the inside as well, all along there. Front step I've replaced as well. Up here I've done a nice repair on the windowsill, which is all rotten out. So I've had to take there's like a little trim piece that sits on here to like match that curve. And so I've unpicked that, pulled it off, it's over on the bench, I'll show you a little bit later. And then just made up this nice piece panel, welded it along, and got it all pretty schmick. In here, got a little bit of grinding to do. Old 240 volt that used to come through the side, which I fixed up. Bit of rust down the bottom here that I've changed. A little bit in here which I've still got to grind out. And another windowsill which I haven't ground yet. Few little patches in the floor, a little bit more to go. Last big patch is to replace that, so it goes level and then goes up the wall a little bit just to fill in that piece. So I've got to fill in all those little bits of light that you can see first. And then around the front, which I have been replacing all this bit, or grinding down bits that I've already done. Been doing a little bit of panel work here too. So just in here, there was a bit of where the badge is, these 4 dots had been pushed in and increased in here. So I'll show you what I've been doing in a little bit. I'll just do a little time lapse. You don't really need to see too much because it just takes a long time and it's really not that good to watch. A little bit of a panel in here, sorry, not panel, dent in here which I had to pull out as well. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing, getting there. Back up here. So the plan is, now that you've seen what I've been doing, a little bit of a catch up. I was going to chuck an episode up of doing this, but it really didn't need to be shown. Like it's just welding, grinding, welding, grinding. It's pretty shit. It's pretty not fun to watch. There we go. So I split this episode up a little bit just because I was starting it a bit long. I did film a few bits in there that I didn't think I was going to put in, but ended up doing. So that's where you've seen me talk about what I was doing, and then you've seen a little bit of time lapse of me doing it, and then jumped ahead a few days and I'd done a few bits. So had my dad come over and panel beat the long side with me. Just having someone on the inside of the van while you can heat up and shrink the other side really helps. So he came over and helped me with that and got all the long side pretty close to where we needed to get. And yeah, so the episode's a little bit chopped up just because of that. Sorry about that. I just didn't want it to be like 20 minutes long and be a little bit boring from just cutting and grinding, as you've seen. But yeah, really getting along now. So got most of the metalwork done. I still got a little bit in around the engine bay, as you've seen, a bit of grinding to do, and the windowsill, and then up the front, just tidying up. So next episode, I got a few other bits and pieces. I got new seats that I'm going to be running. A few other bits and pieces. You'll see it anyway. I've got a list, and we'll go through it and knock some pieces off. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers.